Now, Stalwart and anti-apartheid icon Advocate George Bizos is being honoured at the Apartheid Museum in Johannesburg.
It launched a new gallery a few weeks before Bizos' 90th birthday. Can you believe he's almost 90? His memoirs will also be launched. It details his friendship with Nelson Mandela, titled 65 Years of Friendship. All right, of course, George Bizos also recognizing Oliver Tambo tonight, and he is speaking. Let's take a listen.
Of which I should be guided in what to say and not to say. As I usually do, I'll put the papers aside. I am absolutely amazed with members of our board and the people that are working have gone to the trouble that they have in seeing what I did during my life, what members of my family, my wedding photograph, the boat that we escaped from Nazi Germany's occupation of Greece. I want to thank and congratulate the people who have put up this historical material, and I hope that the people that come to this museum will feel a little better about what lawyers may be able to do, and I may serve as an example of some of the young people who encouraged me no end at the Legal Resources Center. I am computer illiterate. We have about 30 young people who come to me and they have a problem. I am suffering from nominal aphasia. I forget names. I don't remember what was the name of the judge that gave a wonderful judgment to be followed today. And I tell the young people, well, you know, this was the issue, and they make a note. They leave my office. 5 minutes later, they come with the judgment. Full, here you are. Thank you very much. We will go and study it, and we'll try and do the best that we can to poor people that the Legal Resources Center acts for without asking for money. And I am surprised that they went to the trouble of getting so much about my life, some of which I had forgotten. But to show me swimming in the village in which I was born by the sea, which my father and I had to escape together with 7 New Zealand soldiers that did not went to be taken prisoners by the Nazis. But my father took the initiative to get them out of occupied Greece. And I insisted of going with my father. You know why? I had passed the primary school of the village, and I went to the capital of the place, Kalamata, where the olives come from. And I heard the teacher doing the primary work, that it doesn't matter what they say about closing schools, I am going to open the school. And you, as a leader, my father had been mayor of the village, and you should set an example and send your son back to the primary school. And when my father said he is leaving with the 7 New Zealanders, I threatened to swim behind the boat. And if they didn't take me on, I was prepared to drown. My father was quite smart. He actually persuaded my grandfather, after whom I was not named according to tradition, but named after his son, who died in the 1917 war. And he insisted that I should be named after the dead son rather than the grandfather, which was the tradition. And we came to South Africa. I was not impressed, particularly with the rickshaw boys pulling loaded two-wheel things, sweating, torn shirts, short trousers, no shoes. And we came on the Ile-de-France, the biggest ship in the world, together with others. And I thought, as I looked down, that it may be that we came to the wrong country. The 145 refugees from Egypt, where we landed, we were going to go to Crete, but didn't know that Crete was busy falling to the Nazis. But we came. I didn't go to school for 3.5 years. There was a picture of what you saw about the Greek farmer that left Greece with New Zealand soldiers. And what happened was the Sunday Times published the article with my father's and my signature. And a woman came in the shop that I was working at, didn't go to school, couldn't speak English. And she looked at me in the shop that I was working, looked at me again. Are you the boy whose picture was in the newspaper with his father? Yes, I am. What school do you go to? I don't go to school. What? She said. She turned to the boss of the shop that I was working for in Jeppe and asked, how dare you have a boy working. My name is Cecilia Feinstein. I am a teacher. It was a Friday afternoon. I am coming on Monday morning. Make sure that he is wearing his best, and I'm taking him to my school. And make sure that you buy him a uniform. And that actually changed my life. I must be brief. My experience showed me what was going on in South Africa. I felt badly about the employees, black employees in the shop, and the black employees walking the streets. And I think that that was the beginning of my tendency to do the things that you so generously have given me this honor, for which I thank all of you for it. Thank you very much. For the people who put the things up, the board that made a decision, and I hope sooner or later to retire. But we have a problem with the legal resources. We just had a very good win together with other colleagues in relation to the Timor matter. There are 65. There are 65 other people who died in detention, and we, with my leadership, not as a lawyer, as a witness, that similar fact evidence shows that what happened to Timor happened highly probably to the 65 others, where the families say, we want to know, where did our grandfather die? We never got his body. And when I say I'm going to retire, people say, well, it's too early. We've got a few, it's got a few cases to do. I want to apologize to my family for not keeping to their instructions. And I want to thank you for honoring me and the good things that have been said about me by the previous speakers. And I will try and see it out for the near future anyway. Thank you.
Thank you.